Well, welcome to the 315 Office Pulse, our first edition of our Syracuse podcast. I'm Kerry Mannion, working in the office leasing field for over 40 years, and with me is my partner,
Jen Sullivan with Zamir Equities. I've been a property manager for over 25 years.
Jenny has been with One Lincoln Center for 30 years, Jen? How long have you been here?
25.
25. That's a long time.
It is.
Yep. You must have started when you were 10. That's something we can figure. So let's talk a little bit about what's happening downtown. And there's a lot of good things happening downtown, particularly at One Lincoln Center, where I'm going to let Jenny tell a little bit about some of the new tenants and the stories that are happening at One Lincoln Center.
Yeah, so the big news, as everybody has heard, is that Micron is coming to Onondaga County, and they have an office that they are currently building in One Lincoln Center. We also have some new tenants that also have just come into our building. We have Smartest Energy, who came in, I believe, in January, and Dwyer Architectural, who came in January. So we've got a lot of buzz going on in the building. The building is about 80 to 85% occupied. And then we have the One Park Place property, which has grown tremendously since Zamir Equities has acquired the property.
What year did Zamir acquire One Park?
They acquired in 2017, May of 2017.
So not that long, only about 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
It's an amazing renovation and rehabilitation story.
Yeah, we've done a lot to that building. It got a severe facelift in the lobby. The lobby looks so wonderful. We also put a fitness center in.
Beautiful fitness center at One Park Place. Nicest in the county.
And our lighting, our roof lighting.
Yep, very nice.
Is really cool. So we've done a lot. We've got a lot of great tenants that have moved in there. Haller, Fryer, and Kuhn moved in there in 2019, the Attorney General. And they just did an expansion. So they've got another 10,000 square feet that they've just expanded, and several law firms. We have a new law firm that's coming in. We're going to start construction for Sullivan Law. No relation.
Okay, and at One Lincoln, you've got the Welcome Center for Micron, right?
Yes.
In the former fitness center space, and that looks like really updated, cool, modern space.
Yeah, it looks exciting.
What is that open today? Today is the end of July. When's it going to be open?
I believe that they had planned on having it open in July. I'm not sure if they're actually going to be utilizing it in July or not. I know they still are doing the finishing touches and bringing furniture in. So
from looking at through the windows and into the space, it's some really modern, cool space. So it's a real help for the building, and a beautiful amenity for the building to walk in to see that. Micron, our super company for Onondaga County for the next 40, 50 years.
Huge transformation coming our way, I think. Not only for employment, but for residential. I mean, residential is just going to boom.
It's gonna really help our county and the 3-county area.
Yep.
And it already is. I mean, you can already feel the buzz. A lot of tenants in our buildings and other buildings are expanding a little bit, looking for new space, and I think a lot of that has to do with the Micron buzz that's out there, that they're coming,
and more companies are following their footsteps into the county.
Right.
Yeah.
TTM has done a huge expansion. They've doubled their size out a little bit east of here. Saab Census, the same thing. Yep. They're doubling their size. Upstate Health, 2 new huge properties, and the state's right down the street putting $400 to $500 million into the new emergency room and the Upstate Medical Center, which is about half a mile from here.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's all good things surrounding One Park Place and One Lincoln Center. Let me ask you, Jen. We'll talk a little bit about, Micron was out looking for about a year and a half. Why do you think it was that in the end they said, "Hey, I want to be in One Lincoln Center"?
I think we have some great amenities. One is our concierge. We have 24/7 concierge at our front desk, which is a wonderful amenity. Our restaurant, Darwin's.
Yeah, Darwin's.
Our guys are great.
Fabulous.
They've been a wonderful addition to this building. It's like family. Our conference room. They've been utilizing our common conference room, which we're sitting in right now for
7th floor.
months. Yeah.
Some say it's the nicest conference room in the county. Best views, best windows, and it is used, but it's also available for new tenants and for existing tenants at no cost to our tenants. So it's a great amenity.
I think too that the first floor welcome center is the key to their decision as well.
Yeah, that's really it's a nice image as you walk into the building.
They wanted signage, so definitely signage.
And I think the other thing you have to talk about is the economics. You continue to keep tenants in the building in both One Park and One Lincoln, and from my perspective, you've always been a great manager of buildings. You've
Thanks.
kept an eye on the operating expenses, and lower operating expenses always relates to lower rents for the tenants. And we can talk a little bit about the low turnover in both buildings, and more likely tenants to slightly expand and renew than look for another building.
Well, the most important thing I think that helps us retain our tenants is that we are personable. Our management staff is at both locations every day. They are willing and able to help the tenants in any way. They provide a Class A level of service to our tenants. They strive for perfection. We do a lot of preventative maintenance. We do items that in-house to reduce our operating costs so that we don't pass that on to the tenants. And they become friends and personable, and they see them every day. You see your coworkers more than you see your family, because you're in your office all the time. So we want to be able to provide amenities. We want to provide a service that everybody feels welcome and comfortable to, and wants to stay at the location.
I think the one thing you left out, Jen, and you're really good at it, but new tenants, we make it easy. It's not. It's we're not pushy. Jenny's not pushy. We make it a positive, good experience that we can help you with an architect. We can help you with a contractor. We'll get you the best deal possible.
Yeah, we have.
And we feel that these buildings offer sometimes not the cheapest, but we're the best value.
We are. We have great architect on our team. We have a great general contractor on our team that just hands down does a remarkable job. And it's nice because it gives the ease into moving into another location to the tenants, because it's hard to move a whole office to a new space. So we make it as transitional as possible.
Most tenants do not like to move. It can be a little bit of a hassle, but I think over the years we've made it really easy. Sometimes we can offer some free rent to help with moving expenses, and to make it seamless. You close your office down on a Friday, and we can have you all set up on a Monday in your new space.
We did have a tenant a few years back who, they have a large employee count who. A lot of the employees, some of them, because they were the younger generation and they were coming from the suburbs and they were coming downtown, they were so excited to be downtown because there's so much that downtown offers.
Right.
And then there was other employees that did not want to be downtown because they were accustomed to being where they were. And so we would have showings and pizza parties and so forth just to make them feel welcomed and feel good about coming downtown, and made them feel special that day when they moved in. It was pretty.
That's a great point about, how the activity downtown is really special. Some people don't come downtown a lot, but if you spend a little bit of time down here, particularly in this area, I mean, Armory Square is really a gem. There's so much good stuff that's happening on Walton Street and on Fayette Street, and into that you got the Most over there, the museum. So you've got young people, you've got just a whole diverse crowd that hangs out in Armory Square that really is right across the street from One Lincoln Center and not far from One Park Place either. So downtown to me has always been a great place to work, and we'll make the parking easy for you. Should not be intimidated by coming downtown. It's really a wonderful place to be.
Not only that, a lot of people are living downtown now. So a lot of buildings have been converted to residential. So I see, like before, at One Lincoln Center, for example, we had the bus stop at the corner.
Yeah, a long time ago.
And that was our biggest drawback. I mean, truly, it was a drawback for One Lincoln Center. And then that was relocated, and in certain buildings became residential. They were converted residential, and a lot of people moved downtown. A lot of the younger generation moved downtown, and they want to work, play, and live downtown. So we've seen that. Definitely. And now a lot of the offices that I've seen that have left downtown are coming back. So that's been pretty cool to see,
Because downtown does offer lots of parking options. And now a lot of people are, again, between bikes and public transportation, there's so many different ways. If you don't live down here, and it's just getting more and more and more, but it's easy to work downtown. Mm-hmm. So I think we've covered a lot on a couple of our office buildings, but we should think a little bit about what's actually happening in Onondaga County and in Syracuse, New York, and Jenny, 81 has been talked about for 10 or 15, 20 years. It's getting close.
Yeah.
81 will probably be coming down the main bridge through the city, I think, within the next year. And how do you think the construction's been going since you've been right in the middle of it in downtown? How do you feel it's coming together, and how do you feel it's going to work once it's completed?
I think it's going fast. I was shocked to see some of the bridges coming down.
Yeah.
So it's wide open. You can see more of a view of the city in areas that I've never really noticed before. I know some people either hate it or love it. The idea of, the 81 change, and I think it's going to be a good thing. I think it's going to bring more people into downtown, and it'll service.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you a little bit on that. I think it'll be really nice. I think it'll be a better connection for the university, Syracuse University, and downtown, as well as the hospitals and downtown. I think there'll be a cleaner pathway to all that, so we really become more of a walkable, drivable, short drivable city, but I think more walkable and bikeable just by 81 coming together, and that new Krause exit over near the university. That'll be interesting to see how that works. I think it'll work, but probably a year away from that happening as well.
Well, that'll help for the university.
Yeah, I think it'd be great.
The games.
Yeah, getting people out of the Carrier Dome. Once that happens, it should be a good thing. And Jenny, I know you're a big SU football fan. We've got 12 games this year for the SU, for the Orangemen, after just a fabulous season last year. Fran Brown's first year as head coach just did an exceptional job, probably top 3 in the country. They got a really difficult schedule this season. Really difficult. I think I saw in the news that it could be the second or third hardest schedule out of all the teams. So you have to step out on a limb and give us your prediction. We got 12 games. What do you think the Orange where are they going to land at the end of the season?
Out of the 12 games?
Out of 12 games, how many are they going to win? Fran Brown is
8.
counting on you. You think they're Fran Brown?
Yep.
Jenny Sullivan has 8 wins for Fran Brown, which would be pretty special.
What are your predictions, Mr. Mannion?
I was thinking 7-5, just because the schedule is really, really difficult. I have a lot of faith in Coach Brown. I think he's done a tremendous job. I think that the players love him. I think the public loves him. I got to tell you, for a guy who's only been here 12 months, he has really been a nice addition to Central New York. And I hope he's here for a while. But I think if he pulls off 7-5, because he's got a lot of top 10 teams on that schedule, a lot of top 10 teams, and he's going to have to beat a few of them just to get to 7.
Yeah.
If he gets to 8, miracle worker. If he gets to 10, oh boy.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
So it's always hard to come out of summer because our summers are so short, but football makes it.
Oh, definitely. Love the football season. We got the Bills right down the road.
Yeah.
But I'm more interested in Fran Brown and our SU Orangemen. And I believe it's August 30th. Tennessee, Syracuse, in Atlanta.
They got it.
Let's hope. Let's all say a prayer for Fran Brown that we bring home that first victory for him at the end of August. So what else? We got Micron. We got football. What else is on your mind, Jenny, in downtown office leasing? What's going on in Syracuse? Let's see. Any other thoughts? Any new additions to the building? What's the latest amenities? I mean, I know that, one park you guys have put in, like I said, the nicest fitness center down there.
Yeah.
Beautiful full service.
It's funny you say that because every day I get fitness applications sent to me for access for our fitness center. And especially the one at One Park Place, because that one is so big. I mean, it's got a yoga room for yoga. It's got a meditation room. It's got locker rooms, shower rooms for both men and women. It's got every piece of equipment you can imagine in there. And on top of that, John Landers, one of our building engineers, did a mural of downtown. Well, everything actually. It wasn't downtown Syracuse. It's everything that is in our county.
I've seen the mural down there. It's a beautiful mural that he did by hand.
By hand, and he did an awesome job. So everybody likes to go check that out.
Yeah. So I mean, you got that gym, you got that fitness room, and then when you walk out of that fitness room, you have the nicest area again.
The lounge.
The lounge, where ping pong tables, foosball tables. We've got couches. We've got a big screen TV down there, so people want to go down there and gather during their breaks, during the cold winter months where you just want to get a little fresh air. You can go down there, and it's airy. It's very well lit.
Yeah.
You've got natural light. You've got beautiful lighting down there. Tables, chairs for people to hang out.
A lot of press conferences have been down there for the Attorney General.
Attorney Generals,
parties. We have our holiday brunch every year down there.
Yep. It really, really is beautiful. And, maybe one of these podcasts,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having it on film that I can probably
Play ping pong.
beat you in ping pong. I'm going to predict
I
21-2.
Don't think
21-2. Little future prediction here.
21-2. Write that down.
That should be probably. I'm a pretty good ping pong player.
He's going to go home and practice for days on end until.
Ping pong player. I'm going to admit it here on the podcast. I think most people can look at me and say, "Well, he looks like he's got good hand-eye coordination." And so there we go, man.
There's the eye roll.
It's going to be a 21-2 game. And you're all going to think I'm a soothsayer, but, let's wait until August, September, until that game happens.
September.
All
How about we do it right after this?
No, we got busy. We got showings today.
Oh,
yes. We got tennis that we need to take care of. But we'll get to the ping pong.
Why are we doing this podcast?
Jen, we've been working together for a long time, and I think it's kind of both of us have a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge about downtown.
And a lot of laughter.
But I think in general, just to let people know that, we'll continue to do these podcasts, that don't be afraid of downtown. Don't, call us. Love to talk to you. Talk about, how you feel about downtown. Talk about your lease downtown. And if you have a year left, 2 years left, 3 years left, call us. We'll still talk to you. If you have 1 month left, we'll make it work for you, but we're flexible. We're friendly. We make things happen, and we do it the right way.
We're going to have guests, though, too, right?
Yeah, we'll have some future guests. I know that
To talk about certain things that are going on in downtown Syracuse, even in the Onondaga County, just the exciting news. I mean, we've got so much that's going on in downtown.
Yeah, so we might have some
and
politicians.
county.
Might have some politicians come along and
Provide us some
and join
feedback.
us. Hope to get some former SU athletes.
Yeah.
Maybe some former Buffalo Bills players.
Could happen. If you beat me in ping pong.
My cousin, maybe State Senator John Mannion, maybe he could come over and help us.
Sure.
Maybe talk to us, tell us a little bit what's going on in Albany.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. So that's another beautiful day at downtown Syracuse, and that's a wrap. Let's wrap it up.